there. Welcome back to another episode of our YouTube Be Encouraged Moments. Again, we are so excited that you're joining us.
Yes.
And you know what? I'm thrilled that some of you are leaving comments.
Yes.
Good comments, things that say what our names are.
Larissa.
Jan. And we're so excited that you are here. We truly, truly are. So today we're going to talk about hearing, believing, and obeying. So let's just dive right into it. I was asked the question, how do you get past the impossible and receive the blessings and the promises from God? How do you do that? Well, from my point of view, what I've done is, first of all, you have to hear God's voice. What is he saying? And then believe what he's saying. And then the last one is obey what he's asked you to do to obtain that. So that is definitely. So 2 Kings chapter 5 talks about Naaman. Now he was a mighty warrior, and he also was a leper. So lepers, as you know, had to be separated and put into a place, and he just became more angry about that because he couldn't do what he knew he needed to do. The man of God called Elisha, he got a word from the Lord, and he went to Naaman, and he said, what you need to do, what God's telling you to do, is to dip in the Jordan River 7 times and you'll be healed. Okay, so at first Naaman got really angry. I would probably too. I mean, really, that's a little bit far-fetched. You go underneath, up and down for 7 times and boom, you're healed. But after praying and thinking about it, he thought, well, what do I have to lose? I mean, I'm paraphrasing, obviously. I don't know what he thought, but that's what I would think.
Yeah.
So verse 14 says, so he went down and dipped himself in the Jordan 7 times, as the man of God had told him, and his flesh was restored. So he got his miracle because he obeyed. In Joshua 6, another story, the city of Jericho was closed off to the children of Israel. They were kind of at odds against each other, and they couldn't go in and they couldn't leave. So the Lord told Joshua to march around this city, as we all know, for 6 days, 1 time each day. And on the 7th day, they were to march around it 7 times and play, blow their trumpets and shout, victory shouting. And so, again, that seems a little bit far-fetched. Okay, we're just going to march around this city and it's just going to come down? I don't know. But they opted to obey. And the walls of Jericho collapsed because the Israelites obeyed. These 2 stories show us how the people heard, believed, and obeyed what God was saying. The result, they absolutely received their miracle to the impossible situation and received the promises of God. So I think there's a lesson here that we can learn. Hearing God's voice and believing him probably are the easiest ones, right? But obeying is really, really difficult.
Especially when it seems far-fetched.
Yeah. I mean,
hard.
really, what are people going to think of me if I do this or say this? But walking it out has its rewards. So you may get angry like Naaman, or, you might just have doubt. But if you obey what God is telling you to do, the impossible is made possible.
Absolutely.
That's our promise. Do you need a miracle today? Do you face impossible situations that you need God to intervene? Ask him what he is saying about your impossible situation. Be encouraged.
Yeah.
Hear his voice. Believe what he's saying and obey so that your miracle is wrapped around God's love and his promise for you. It will happen. That's his promise. That's what he tells us. So thank you again. I hope that you can grab little nuggets from each of our YouTube videos and can run with it and can see what God is doing. Thank you for joining us for our Be Encouraged moments.